Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is D,
And this is T.
and you're listening to D&T TV. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to our new crib. Finally made it. We've been talking about it forever. You know, and we're finally here. So
It's
this
very
is going
drippy.
to be. It is very drippy. So this is going to be the setup you're going to be seeing probably for a very long time.
Yeah.
It might change. You know, if we might add a few things here and there. We might move to a different spot.
Maybe throw up some posters when they get
Yeah,
here.
maybe. But a huge shout out to Mi Madre for purchasing this lovely D&T TV neon sign.
Number one fan.
Really adds to the aesthetic of the room here. But yeah, we're finally glad to be here. I'm telling you, the content is going to be amped up. D&T Eats.
Yes.
We're going to be starting it very soon.
Our Hello Fresh got here yesterday.
Dude, we
and
might
we're
just record the first episode tonight.
I was thinking about that. I wanted to mention it on the show. I was a little excited to talk to you about. I was like, me and you can make one today, right? We're going to make a family dinner for the people next door and our buddies tomorrow. But per se, Monday, we can film the second episode and start off the cooking side of this.
That would be, that sounds like a good plan.
I know, because so far me and you have been chefing stuff up. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
Me and you have
For
been like
as soon as we got here, literally the first morning we woke up, we were already cooking eggs and shit. We made I'll throw up a picture on the screen. It's this ungodly plate of nachos with like chicken, beans, and rice. It was so good.
We were just creating stuff, that so we won't starve and get our bulk on. We've all been working out together and stuff. Life's been good.
And like yesterday, I slept in. We woke up about noon.
Yeah.
And was like, all right, let's make some chicken fried rice. So we made some chicken fried rice. That was absolutely banging.
Well, your boy. I'm still like, we're all on the workout grind and, we're all chilling. And this is like, I've been talking to everybody. I'm like, hey, this is just like a mental relax before I come up to college again. Because, I finished English, got an A in that shit, and on my final, so that's a 3-point right there. And I'm just using this time to chill.
Yeah, I moved in a few days ago, and we have like a whole week in this apartment just to ourselves to do absolutely nothing.
And it's been nice, man.
But yeah, it's been nice. But when class starts back up, it'll be back on the ground as always.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to hit the mats. You're going to be a ball boy at soccer this year. How many games did you sign up for?
Like 13, I think.
So you literally get to be on the field
for free.
Yes,
right
and
next
you get
to the players.
Attend, is that every home game or is
pretty much every home game for the boys and girls?
Are you going to any visitor games or anything?
No, you can't ball boy at the away games.
Are you really going to go to a girl soccer game, dude?
Are you being sexist right now?
No, I'm just saying, like, you have a girlfriend. You can't look at other women.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. No. Yeah, I'm gonna.
You're gonna have to like stare at their feet, which is even weirder.
I'm gonna rizz up all the girls soccer players.
So, as a soccer person, are you obsessed with feet? It's like a lot of the game.
No.
No, you're a feet guy. I can tell you.
No, I'm not.
I don't know. It's that's the way of the soccer, right? You can't touch anything with your hands, man.
Unless
you were a goalie.
I was the goalie. Yeah.
My bad, dude. I'm throwing shade on you for no reason at all.
But yeah, I ball boyed one soccer game last year and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Because just like you're sitting in the stands, you never really get that close to the action. So as soon as I remembered it, I went on iServe, like the WVU volunteer website, and I just volunteered for literally every single soccer game I could put my name down for.
I mean, like, I'm glad you're doing that, man, because, like, seriously, my schedule's kind of bumping up, too. Like, we were talking about, hey, man, how are we hanging out this year? Well, via the show, and also me and you are just going to start watching TV shows together.
Yeah, we recently started the hit TV show Yellowstone.
Banging.
And we are, 3 episodes in?
Yeah, it's
and
pretty
so far it's pretty good. The first episode was a little slow, but it's got us hooked now. So we pretty much watched an episode a day and since I moved in.
Yeah. So it's kind of, we've become a married couple while living here.
Essentially.
Yeah, we're cooking and cleaning together, guys.
Yes.
But, school's about to start off. So I have like a little topic for you about school. And, one leading after that. So have you ever been in class and you're like, shit, dude, I got like 30 minutes left. Like coming up, your first day of class is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say you walk into class and your professor is like, here's your syllabus. and they're like, this 2-hour lecture you have, I'm going to bullshit talk to you the rest of the day. Like, it's your first day.
Yeah.
How are you occupying your mind? Like, how are you busying your mind?
Okay, so it's the first day. He goes over the syllabus.
Like, he gives you the syllabus, and it's
for
a
the rest-
2-hour class.
But for like, you go over the syllabus for 15 minutes, and then the rest of the class, you just got to sit there.
Yes, you're like you're Patrick
while
Brain.
he talks about like his personal life.
Yeah,
or something.
he's like growing up. I've done this, which it may be important. Don't get me wrong, but it's the first day, my guy.
I'll bring my computer.
Yeah.
And if we're just going over the syllabus, I might, just like retype a few things, make it act like I'm taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he starts bullshitting about his personal life,
yeah,
I'll probably just like get on Amazon.
Yeah.
And just like look up a bunch of shit that I'm not going to buy.
Hmm.
Or like go on to like the PGA website, look at cool golf stuff.
See, you're just like. Oh, I always like watching dudes like you. I'm a people watcher, so I'll just like occupy my mind by like trying to like get inside the mind of the student like next to me.
Yeah.
Like I had this dude in my music class in front of me, and he was on the NFT like grind.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could see him trading NFTs every day in my music class.
Really?
And I was like, yeah. I never heard this dude talk, but I could read his personality. I created up a mind of this guy just from watching him trade NFTs every day in music. I'm like, I bet this dude's name's like Emmett, and he does this.
He just doesn't talk to anybody.
No, he just sits there and does.
But
NFTs.
he has a loaded bank account.
Yeah, and I'll do that for people. I just like people watch. So
people watching's fun.
Oh
it really. Oh my God, it's a dog.
Oh shit.
That's a beautiful. That's like a shepherd husky mix.
I know. I'm jealous, man. Why can't we could get a dog up here? I do not want
pay
a dog
fee,
up
though,
here.
but hell
yeah,
no,
I don't want
dude.
a dog up here.
A cat maybe.
A cat would be cool.
Just running around,
dude,
doing
just
feline
chill.
shit.
We could get your one fucked up cat.
Oh yeah,
dude. I don't think it would know anymore. I mean, it would be like just chilling.
Yeah,
it'd be sitting in the corner, like wanting to go back home.
What were we talking about?
Like occupying your time.
Oh
in
yeah,
class.
one thing, especially like I did a lot last year because I would procrastinate so much.
Yeah.
I would find myself doing doing work from other classes in a different class.
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes if I'd
be like pulling up to bio trying to do the physics homework I didn't do last night.
Yeah, because you have physics next period after bio.
Yeah.
No, sometimes I'll be in like, history is pretty easy to me. And I'll come in and like you said, I have like a science class, and I'll like get out of the science class and I'll try to do the homework immediately so I can free up my day because like my history class is my last, shit of the day.
Yeah, we talked about this a few episodes ago about how last year I just procrastinated heavy and this was always cramming at the end.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do my best this year. It's like, what you got to do is you just got to grind out the class.
Oh, yeah.
You just got to like push through the bullshit, pay attention,
yes.
and it's going to it'll make my life so much
Oh,
easier.
man, listen, if you just pull off that Band-Aid and do 10% more on your day and don't beat around the bush, your whole like classwork and, footwork going to class and shit, it comes easier, man.
Yeah.
Like, I find that, I still fuck up. I drop the ball. Like, but like my final, man, it was up till like Wednesday that I didn't start on it. It was due like on a Friday. And I was like, fuck. But as soon as I sat down on Wednesday and like cut out time and sat down and did it, I actually was able to put out good content.
Yeah.
But I like, Monday and Tuesday, I was out having fun with my friends. But I still had that itch on my mind that, hey, you have a final due.
Yeah.
You have a
But
final
if you were
due.
to have done that final like before you went out, you would have been so much more like anxious free.
Because if I would have put in that 10% more work, I could have like 15% more fun. Because like that mental itch in the back of your mind saying you have something to do.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's the worst. You're
you just got to train yourself to be disciplined.
Yeah.
Because like there's like a lot of people I feel like a lot of people confuse discipline and motivation. You can have motivation to do something, but in order to be like the most productive you can, you got to be disciplined enough to do things when you're not motivated.
Yeah, and that's the sad truth is, as many days as I like wake up early, and as many days as you go to the gym, and as many days as you spend doing hard schoolwork and trying to be a doctor, you know, you still sit here and there's a lot of days you're not motivated, you know, and I try to always look at the hours I've spent put in up to that point. I'm like, just like we were talking about running, man, I'm really going to let this 1 mile beat me. I'm really going to let this one assignment beat me.
Yeah.
Look how many assignments I've done so far just to get to this point. Like 500. How many miles have I put in? Like 500.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let one assignment stop me from being a doctor and making good money, or, you know,
just some stupid bullshit.
right. You're like, dude, how many years of schooling have I done? Like 13 at this point, right? No, maybe like 14 or 15.
Dude,
right?
you know what'd be crazy? Like a crazy statistic to have on your life?
What?
How many assignments you've completed
I know that's
throughout your school like career. It has to
like
be
a
over like 5,000.
It's like a GTA accomplishment, man.
Yeah.
You know, biggest NPC reward. Who's done the most schoolwork assignments?
Yeah.
I don't know. I always hated the little bullshit assignments. But
Busy work.
Yeah, but I kind of like fucked with those days the most because the teacher would be like, "This is your one assignment. Get to it."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, like that's not bad.
Yeah.
But I hated how if you didn't do that, and you, even if you tried your ass off on the big assignments, you know, like a test can fuck you up. Like I get nervous on test taking. And if you do all the work and all the nitpicking, like those busy work assignments, it's still like 60% of the class is work. Mm-hmm. The other 33% comes on a test.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm confident in myself, but it's still like tests suck for me. I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Am I really doing right?
Yeah.
You know?
My girlfriend always got mad at me because I would like never study for a test until the day before.
That's so bad.
And like I would just, you know, get good grades on all of them, and she'd be like, "That's so stupid. How do you do that?" Because like she would be like studying for like a whole week before.
Well, yeah, and I do the same thing, and I still like fuck up. And but here's my thing: how long do you hold that like memory of you doing it?
Literally, it's gone the day after.
That's my thing. See, like usually when I study something, you know, I have to do it in like 2-hour segments, like 5 times.
It's back to like your brain's a muscle.
Yes.
What we were talking about a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's like if you study for like an hour 5 days a week compared to 5 hours one day, you'll have a lot more memory retention on the latter option.
Exactly. And I will remember that easier. Like, okay, not to be that guy, not to like shit on your studying, and we're in college, but like the shit you're learning right now, you're learning about like how the body works and how it moves and shit like that. Now, to be honest, man, as a physical therapist, do you really not want to remember that long time use?
No, you want to.
Yeah, that's like, and I get you're year one.
Yeah.
So they're going to understand that. And I'm sure you're doing great for a person your age. But I find that like a lot of times like systems or school system does that. Like we learn something and we drop it. And then we come back to it 3 years later and they're like, "Didn't you learn this?" And you're like, "Well, yeah, but it's been so long and I only learned it for
like a 2-week period."
Yeah. I mean, you're not a master at your craft.
It happened to me when I went from Chem 115 to 116. We learned a bunch of stuff in Chem 115, but you only learned the topics like 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
And then when you moved on to the next one, you never went back to the previous one.
No.
And so when I got to Chem 116 and they were talking about stuff from Chem 115, and we were like, "Well, how are we supposed to know that?" She was like, "Don't you remember learning this?" Is like, "Yeah, I remember learning it. Do I remember it though?"
Yeah.
No.
See, and that's when like I kind of get annoyed how rushed like topics are. But I mean, I get it, because now we're at the point you got to mass produce jobs. Like you can't have a perfect doctor that knows everything. You know, you get a lot of your training as like a physical therapist is like, you know, and like after this, right now it's just like knowledge based. So I'm not trying to say that you need to know everything right off the bat. That's impossible. There's too much information flying at you. But I sometimes feel like there's like too much content being pushed into you to learn effectively. Like
No, I agree.
Like I get how we're supposed to be well-rounded students at school, but I still don't see why me as a fucking communications major is learning science again. Like I'm taking biology. The fuck? I took biology like fuck biology.
Yeah.
I haven't had to take that since I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah, you're trying to learn like other stuff.
I'm trying to learning about like advertising, communication, and media. Like I'm like, hey, isn't this will be my second science class because I had to take a lab, and I'm like, what? Why do I need to take a lab?
You want to know? I just thought something.
Nah.
It kind of like doesn't add up.
What?
Talking about like rigged school systems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Out of all of like your business professors,
Uh-huh.
how many of them have actually owned and operated a business?
I don't think any of them did.
Do you see how fucked up that is?
See, like I mean, like one of them, I think the coolest thing she did, her husband made his own beer. But as far as I could tell, no. Like a lot of times,
You know how fucked that is?
I know, and like I think they all have degrees, and some of them wrote books. Like I talked to my communications degree professor. He like wrote a book, and then his like guru or whatever is like a big shot in communications. You know, but still like. I think like most of the time for those people, like especially at like a general level, it's just like some dude that's like a hot shot that kind of wants to chill out in his career. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's not always, you know, some billionaire, I guess, that like has owned a business. They just kind of know the lingo and they've done well, and you know they just look nice, I guess. Like, I don't think a lot of teachers at our age, I don't know, maybe like your science teachers, they know shit. Like a chemistry teacher at your age, they actually know some fucking chemistry.
Yeah, that's because that's all they've studied.
But like a basic ass communications, like for me, you could be a public speaker, you could be a, you know, just like an officer.
You could be a drug rep.
Yeah, you could literally be so many different things and still be a teacher of communications or public speaking at college.
Yeah.
It's a wide open area where yours is like a fine tuned.
Yeah,
you know?
it's more of a specific like path.
Right. See, like mine is 3 paths that like lead to one, and it's kind of about controlling people into buying shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Persuasion.
Yeah, it's specifically media based and like advertising, which I like kind of, I'm like sitting here and I'm like, fuck, man, I hate that.
Which, once we start classes again, you start learning more about it, can help us. Because like,
I don't want to use that on my people.
do you know, like if you learn more about advertising and public speaking, not only does it help you speak, you know, more well, I don't even know if I said that right. It helps you speak better on the show, and we can use your advertising knowledge to push our stuff to a wider audience.
True, if I don't distract myself in class too much, like we were saying earlier. You know?
better not.
I'll try.
The future of
not
this
to.
show is in your hands.
I know. So
Little side note. Don't know if y'all have ever had Liquid Death, but shit is good. Not sponsored.
not sponsored.
Not sponsored at all, but very good. It's just sparkling water. So if you're a sparkling water drinker, I recommend trying it.
Not a big sparkling water type of dude, but I mean
so
it's
good.
I mean it.
It
I
just
just
tastes.
don't.
It tastes more earthy to me. It tastes more natural.
No, it's unnatural.
No, it's
yeah.
just it's all what it's 100% natural. It's just water with CO2 in it. Can't get more natural than that.
What water has that much CO2 in it on Earth? Naturally.
None.
There you go.
But
then it shouldn't be.
CO2 is natural.
But it's not in water like that.
Okay,
Like,
but
look. Okay, let me ask you something.
I
you
see-
this?
I see
You
your
see
point.
this bottle of water I have right
I
here?
see your point.
And there's bubbly shit in there. That's not
That
natural.
doesn't taste as good as that.
Dude, the point of water for me is to hydrate myself.
That still hydrates me
but
equally.
You cannot chug this as fast as I can chug a bottle of water.
Well, no.
That's my thing. I'm trying to just drink water to hydrate myself. I'm not
Okay, I'm
trying
doing
to,
the same thing when it tastes better.
Arguably, I'm going to say no in my opinion because, like, I think this tastes better. I think water has, like, especially spring water, tastes a lot better than sparkling water.
Dude, nothing tastes if we're talking about water, nothing tastes better than a glass of sparkling water with a little bit of ice and a lemon in it.
No.
It's so good.
Dude, I don't know. I like water with a lemon myself.
Are you scared of bubbles?
No, I'm not. I'm fine.
In the words of Andrew Tate, are you scared of bubbles?
I'm fine with sparkling water, but I'm just gonna tell you, dude. I'd rather have like a water, man. I'm a regular type of Joe like that.
Ice water or room temp water?
If I'm at like a restaurant eating, then it's ice water because it's better with a meal.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm like getting home from working out, or if I'm working out at the gym, I gotta drink something that's maybe a little colder than me, but mainly around room, because I can't like get off the treadmill and drink water. I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah. There's actually science behind that. It's better to drink room temperature water when doing high intensity exercise.
Yeah.
Because your body temp, I don't know if your internal body temp increases, but you're putting off a lot more heat.
Yeah.
And so if you introduce something really cold to your body, that's why they say it's bad if you're like outside, like playing a sport and sweating heavily. It's bad to like dump a lot of cold water on you because it could put your body into shock.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, do you ever, playing football or maybe soccer for you, did you ever like get like chilled as fuck when you were like running at halftime? Let's say it's halftime. You put your like ass to the, like, you put your foot to the pedal and you finished out the last 3 minutes of halftime, and you're gassed, and you come up and get a cool drink of water. You know how your body would like
spray that cold water on your face,
and you would get like fucked up for a second.
Yeah,
You'd
be like,
yeah, right. I mean, like, I get
felt
it.
damn good though. I did it every time.
Right, like that's kind of the same feeling I get if I'm in the shower and I'm in like I turn it super hot and then cold. You know what I mean?
Or like when you jump from a hot tub into a regular pool.
Yes, that feeling of your skin doing that. Like, I kind of fuck with that. It's supposedly good with your skin. Like, you're supposed to sit in a sauna after working out because it works like, it's extra sweat, burns more calories. Fuck these gnats.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see your body do the up and down. Like,
I actually heard that sitting in a sauna after cardio especially helps because it keeps your heart rate elevated.
See,
so it's like
good.
Extended cardio.
Oh, see, I like kind of stuff like that because, weightlifting, a lot of people say you can't like lift weights and burn weight. And it's like it's the opposite, because like the cool thing about lifting weights is it burns calories for 24 hours, man, because your muscle is constantly repairing. Now with like cardio, it's active calories. Like if I go run 3 miles, I'm going to go burn,
3 miles worth of calories.
Yeah. And I'm going to want to eat that back. Now, if I go and like lift weights, right, I may only burn like 200 calories lifting weights at that point in time. But I'm going to burn calories because my whole body is like, my upper body is being repaired, because that's like a lot of internal work.
Yeah.
And you throw in some cold water to that, like hot mixture too, your body just goes in overdrive.
Yeah.
Like when I wake up to start off my day, I drink a cold bottle of water because it gets your system running immediately.
Yeah.
And it also makes you hungry as shit.
Yeah.
So like it's really good. Like I have trouble eating when I wake up, but I have to hit the gym, and you know how it sucks to work out on empty
Oh, it's
stomach.
so bad. I can't do it. That's why I don't work out in the morning.
Right? So if I drink that bottle of water, right, and then I stretch, and then by that time I'm like stretching about halfway through, I got to use the bathroom. I'll go use the bathroom and all that shit, and I'll come back, and then I'm like, I'll be hungry enough to get like a snack or something. Then I'm out the door, dude. And I mean, it's fun that way. It's a cold head start into your day.
Speaking of starting the day, this year I definitely want to like train myself to get up like at least an hour before I do anything, because I feel like a main problem for me last year that I literally just realized 5 seconds ago is that, you know how like in our previous episodes I would mention how I would try to maximize my time.
Yeah.
I would like wake up like 15 minutes before I got out the door and then get to class as it starts. I'm going to try to refrain from doing that, because I feel like what fucked me up the most is I would wake up, be super tired, and then just like sit up real fast, get dressed, get to class. Like all this like movement in a really short span. And as soon as I sat down in that class, my body like relaxes way too hard, and then I start dozing off. So if I like wake up an hour early, get up, eat food, drink water, get some movement going, when I go to sit down in class, I won't be as fatigued and I won't doze off as much.
Well, see, sometimes I feel like the working out early in the morning is a superpower because, like when you said the other day we woke up and we had like lunch at noon.
Mm-hmm.
At that point in time, I had waken up at 6:30 or 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And like I went and did legs. I did a full workout, came back, showered, had breakfast, and then I went and took a nap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I woke up and, I had lunch with you, dude. And I just found like in my life, if I schedule myself to work at this time and cut out that bullshit and not beat around the bush, say, hey, these 2 hours are mine to work out and the rest is playtime. Like right now, my only job right now is to not overeat, to not destroy my liver, call my mom, and, not fucking die.
Yeah.
And work out maybe. And right now I'm working out every day. It's not hard just to discipline yourself right now. And putting yourself on a schedule when life's so easy right now, when it comes to hard shit later on, you're disciplined so well through the hard, through the medium, that when it comes to the really hard shit, you're just like, well, fuck it, man. I might as well do what I know makes me a little bit happier in my day.
Yeah. So I feel like this year my earliest class is at 9:30.
Oh, that's not bad.
So I feel like on those days I need to wake up at 8:30. Let me take that back. Wake up at 8:30 all week. That way, if I have a class that's not until noon, I'm not sleeping in and then make myself more tired the next day.
Well, even if you just hear me out. Like, let's say you work out like early. And the day you have a class at noon. Let's say you work out at 10. You get back to the room. It's like, let's say you work out at 9:30. You get back to the room 11. You get a shower in and shit. You get to class 11:30, dude. You have such an advantage over every other fucking student there. Because every other student's doing what you're doing. Because I gotta say, most of the people today aren't disciplined,
Absolutely not.
No. So you are able to retain stuff a lot better, like we were saying earlier. You're going to take better notes. You're going to pay attention better. You're going to be wide awake. You're going to be showered and clean. And your professor's going to know that. Mm-hmm. And if you make a habit of being disciplined, and you're disciplined as a student, and you're putting out good grades, and you're looking well fresh, you're answering questions on time, you're not looking surprised if the professor calls out on you because you're half asleep, shit starts to add up. I mean, like those professors I mentioned, I always like to talk in those classes because it's a field that interests me. I know it's hard to answer questions in chemistry without like being like, a teacher's asshole. You know, I hate like being, a teacher's
that guy.
Right. But if it's something that like advertising, I always like to talk. Like if like in classes and stuff and I'm like answering questions because I need to grow. I'm not trying to just sit there and answer these basic ass questions.
You're not there just like mind-numbingly, like just...
I already know this.
Yeah.
I want to ask and further endeavor my like knowledge. I don't want to waste my money at college.
Yeah.
And I know it's hard to do that in chemistry, but you have classes that you could like be like, oh, I wonder why it does that. And then go up to your professor and talk to him about it.
It could be something just as simple as sitting closer to the front.
Yeah.
In your class. That could just like make you so much more attentive.
Yeah,
because like you're the first person the professor sees.
Right. And
I feel like if you sit up front, you're less likely to be distracted.
And true. And also like, I'm a big people watcher. So I have to set somewhere that I'm not going to sit there and look at everybody. Because your eyes are drawn to light and shit, especially in a dark classroom. So if I'm in a class of 150 people, which
and you see like fucking 100 laptop screens in front of you.
I'm going to just look at everybody. And like I said, I built a fucking random ass persona over one dude in my music class last year.
Yeah.
Now imagine me with 100. Yeah. It's like I'm living in the Matrix.
Your brain would be a fucking mess.
Yeah, I'm like, do. I'm not even like, what class is this? I don't know. I'm here with Terry. Who's that?
Yeah.
Like I I don't want to live in a Sims world. So I have to place myself somewhere where the professor looks at me.
Mm-hmm.
He's able to notice me. And also I can be like, fuck, I got to show up showered. And also, I mean, this sucks, but I like putting myself near someone that makes me look like they're going to like know what they're doing.
You know what I feel like one other thing you could do to like make yourself not as, I don't say not as distracted, but it just makes you like feel better and feel like, more prepared. Dressing nicely.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you show up to class, instead of showing up to class in like sweatpants and a hoodie,
yeah,
maybe like throw on a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Or like if it's warm out, throw on a pair of khaki pants.
Yeah.
Maybe like not a nice shirt, but like a nicer shirt. Just like feel better.
Do enough.
Throw on a watch or something.
You need to do like the 3 S's: so shit, shower, and shave. And you need to show up, because if you get in that bullshit, you get out of class and you do that homework as soon as you get out, right? If you do all the homework, because like your homework may be in half an hour, 10 hours worth of work per class, and you only have like how many classes a day? Maybe 3 at max. So.
In which we've compared our high school life, we had like 7 a day.
That's what I'm saying. And most classes only give you 1 assignment a week, maybe 2.
Yeah.
So you're looking at like, if you just spend an extra hour and a half, 3 days a week, your fucking weekends are open up here at a party fucking college.
Like I feel like at maximum, if you like add up all the schoolwork of all your classes for the week, you might have 10 hours worth of work per week. 5 days, that's 2 hours a day.
Yes.
And if you come down to it, that's not that much at all.
No.
That's like, I get home, all my classes this year are done at 1 o'clock.
Nice.
So if I come home, just like grind out for 2 hours, I'm done at 3. That's fucking early. That's like 2 hours before most people get back from their day job.
I think most of my stuff ends, like my latest class is at like 3, and I've got it all, so it's downtown.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. I kind of like that lifestyle.
And one thing that I did do last year, like towards the end, that helped me was like leaving my room to study.
Oh yeah.
Because if I feel like if I'm in the comfort of my room, where like my Xbox, my guitar, my like phone chargers, where all that stuff is, I'm more likely to hop on those things and then go into like a TikTok hole. Whereas if I'm like outside or like in the mountain layer or like in a library or something, you're more likely to be focused.
See, I get that, but I also think of like making somewhere in your room the workspace, like my desk in the room. Yes, my bed and one of my chairs is like where I'm chilling if I'm playing Xbox, relaxing. But I have my office chair. I don't set in unless I'm doing work. Like if I'm opening emails and stuff, I'm sitting at that chair.
Yeah.
Designate an area and then discipline yourself to that area. That like if you do get on your phone, it's just like, hey, I can't fully enjoy this really good show that I waited 2 years for a new season to drop, even though I really want to watch it right now. But if I just sat here and do 30 minutes of work, I get, an A, which makes me happy, my mom happy, my dad, and my girlfriend. Everybody's happy just because I did 30 minutes of work.
Yeah.
And my day is 15% easier.
Yeah.
Just because I did 30 minutes of extra work.
And the next day it's not going to be as hard.
It's so easy just to put in the bare minimum and go to class. And that's saying something. Going to class, sometimes it's hard as fuck.
Yeah.
But if you just go
sometimes your bed is just real comfy.
Right. But if you take that little bit of extra steppage, your life will just fly a little easier down the hill. But, if you lose track and you stumble a little bit, because sometimes we fuck up, sometimes you need a day off, you got to give yourself a break. Take a 4-day weekend sometimes. If it's really snowing bad up on a fucking hill up in Morgantown, fuck that. You're not going to class that day.
Zoom that bitch.
But you can't just spend 3 days sitting inside when it's raining.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to get out there, get soaked, go to class, discipline yourself, and then walk back through that fucking rain and do some homework.
Yeah.
And you'll feel better about your day.
Yeah.
Because you'll sit there and
Absolutely.
be like, you know what? I'm the badass that went through 2 days worth of rain, did the work, and now I get to party with all my friends.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you're talking to one of your buddies who didn't do that shit, he's going to sit there and have his mind eat at him because he didn't do that fucking homework, man.
Yeah. And it's like that saying goes, it's like you're the sum of the 5 people you spend your most time with. So like since I'm hanging around you all the time and you're always, up early working out, eating, doing your shit, it's going to persuade me to want to do that too, because I don't want to sit here and think like be perceived as a little bitch.
Well, it's just like no, dude. I mean, like, I get that understanding, but I've realized that everybody that you look around is just, a series of flaws and, people problems that we all just hide away.
Yeah.
And if you ever look at someone around you and think that they're better than you and that they're more disciplined than you, all they've done is just hid that shit better than you, dog.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie to you, man. I mean, that shit, that hurts. I mean, like, I got, like, heroes of my own. And I love to hear you say that. But, like, dude, there's days I got to, like, work out and be like, man, I got to catch up to Dustin today.
Yeah, I was really getting ready to say that. It was like, for you, is like, whereas, like, you're essentially your weight, like, your workout goal is to get to, like, to 180.
Yes.
Have sort of kind of, I don't want to say look like me.
Well, it's like I want to be like more like you, but added like 10 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
Right? Which, like, I mean, like, that's nothing bad to say at all. That's just what I want to be, right? But at the same time, and you're working toward being that same way. We're both working toward the same goal right now. You're just working a different path.
Yeah.
But, like, it's really funny right now because I'm able to ask you shit.
Different formula, same result.
Yeah. And I don't know. I really love that. Like, today, I talk to my heroes all the time. And, my gym heroes. And sometimes I'll talk to the people that got me up going at 3 months and 6 months. And I'll check in and I'm like, man, how's your runs? And they're like, yeah, dog, I stopped running. And I'm like, dude, no.
Really?
Yeah, because it's so sad to me. Because it's like, man, that's...
The student becomes a teacher.
Yes, because now I'm like... Because, like, I'll talk to someone and they're like, yeah, man, I just don't have the time for it. And I'm like...
You kidding me?
You don't have time for it?
Just wake up an hour earlier.
And then I try to tell them that, and it's like, just like you said, now they still see me as the fat guy, the student that's running, trying to impeach knowledge to them.
Yeah.
I'm at a point where I'm really satisfied with myself, but I still have no credibility outside of myself. But I don't really give a fuck.
Exactly.
Because I've reached a happiness with my own, like, working out and shit. Like, I worked out with all you guys today. I mean, and it was really good.
Yeah, I'm actually, as soon as we finish this, I'm probably going to go hit the gym.
I got, like, my weekends are mine, just because I discipline this. So while you go work out, I'm going to go fucking play Xbox, I think, maybe. Maybe
enjoy
read
yourself,
a book.
A little bit of you time.
Yeah, I know. It's been nice, man. I worked out hard this week. The biking and shit up in Morgantown is phenomenal. I've been riding through the streets like a menace on my bike.
I'm going to go check out some of the fishing spots soon. Hit some golf balls, maybe.
Dude, hell yeah, man.
So, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in to the first episode of Season 2, as you call it, our sophomore year.
Heyo.
So, yeah, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video. Tune in for more content. D&T Eats coming very soon. Hope you all like the setup. I know we like it. It's a lot more professional, in my opinion, than sitting in a car or in some random location at our house or in a dorm.
True.
So, yeah. And, follow us on Instagram. All that jazz. You know where to find us. Number 1 podcast in Morgantown.
Number 1.
Confirmed. All right.
No.
Is there? I don't even know of another podcast in Morgantown.
And if there is, fuck them, man.
Yeah, if there is, fuck them.
It's probably some, like, raggedy ass bitch, and I don't know.
There's probably a lot of sports ones that are just like real sports heavy focused.
Yeah, but like I'm sure someone tries one and then they do it for like 3 weeks. They may pay Darty.
They're not disciplined.
They don't have to, like,
they don't have the neon sign.
They don't have this shit, guys. You see this? They don't have a video like us.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit, man.
All right. Anyways, this is D.
And this is T.
And thanks for listening to D&T TV.
See you, gang.